we have the depth card. Depth can talk about an awful lot of things. It can talk about the depth of your emotion. In your actual money sector of this reading, we have a lot of red. Can talk about the depth of your emotions where money is concerned. We see that there is emotional disappointment, even devastation around Virgo, where career is concerned. Connected together, I can say that my Virgos have had an incredibly hard time with finance, with security, and with fulfillment around what you do. This may be affecting you deeply, and I think that's why depth is here, because it can talk about how deep our frustration goes, how deep our sadness goes, even how deep our joy goes. Okay, so we've got a lot of emotion tied up in this reading. Let's talk about your career path first. We have the Eight of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Tower, followed by the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Swords. The Two of Wands, the Justice card, and the Six of Wands. This tells me that something will justifiably be positive moving forward for you, but not after we see some hardship first for some Virgos. Okay, we have disappointment. Disappointment, it's emotional disappointment. It can be connected to something that happened maybe very quickly, or something that can happen quite quickly. You can talk about the end of a relationship, the end of a situation, even, well, the Tower is transformative. So even if something is disappointing and something does lead us to having to walk away from it emotionally, with the Tower, there's always a rebirth once the Tower ends. Now, we have experienced disappointment, sadness in the past, connected to our careers, maybe where we live. Career opportunities are not like in larger metropolises, larger cities, larger places, where you can walk down to the corner and have a decent career. Some places you're isolated. You maybe have to travel a distance to get to a place where you can actually be successful. For some people, that's a disappointment that they always have to live with. But we're moving away from that. There seems to be a situation developing around my Virgo where that kind of disappointment is certainly going to come to an end, because we have new ways of looking at things. Maybe a new career opportunity has come your way. With the Two of Pentacles, we talk about balance. We talk about establishing our balance. And even though we've had to struggle and fight for what it is that we want, we're in a position now where we're standing in the front of it. We're no longer behind the things that restrict us. We're now stepping in front of the struggle, and we're taking command of it. We're walking ahead without the restriction tying us down. Some of us do need to take a break, though. Some of us do need a chance to reflect on the direction that we're going in, because that is really important, especially coming up here with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about that choice, making the best choice not only for yourself, but making the best choice for those around you. But decisions definitely need to be made. For some of you, those are legal decisions. Those are things of a more authoritative type of judgment where the law has to step in. Maybe it's a divorce or a legal separation of some kind. Could be you're waiting for the reading of a will after someone respectfully had passed on and maybe left you a whole buttload of money, and now you're waiting for it, and that's the respectful part. Yeah, maybe you're waiting on something of a very deep nature to come through, and the Justice card is stepping in to say Granddaddy's money is now going to be available to you, and it brings that stability back in, because this is an important choice going on here. This juggling, this decision where finances and emotions is concerned, this is really a powerful combination here, especially where the Justice is concerned, because it brings that balance right back to what it is that you're trying to pursue. Whatever it is that you're looking to pursue, though, brings you to the Six of Wands. Victory, accomplishment, positive things coming towards you after a time of longing, disappointment, fear of the catastrophe, fear that you may live through the catastrophe again, fear that this may be a repetitive cycle in your life. I don't have any sixes here. That would talk about the karmic connection here in this reading, and in fact in the next reading. The only six I have is the Six of Diamonds. So we'll have to talk about that when we get to that part. But honestly, I don't know if I feel that this is karmic cycles. I just think this is one negative thing happening after another before the balance comes back. Now, let's talk a little bit about our actual money, our actual finances. Well, we have a lot of red here, a lot of hearts, which says we are emotionally invested in our money. We have the Three of Hearts, the Four of Hearts, the Six of Diamonds, the Ten of Hearts, the King of Hearts, and the Three of Diamonds, the Eight of Diamonds, the Ace of Hearts, and the Four of Clubs, the only black card in the deck, in the drawing, talks about making plans. Making plans that are promising to your future. Now let's talk about your money. I do see setbacks and disappointments. It may talk about some difficulties ahead of you also. But it's really a warning to say, take a closer look. Take a closer look at what it is you're doing. You need a more serious outlook, a more serious view of what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. There is happiness that can come of it if you wish. It also talks about reaping the seeds that you've sown. So for me, it's saying if you want to be a great lawyer and all you've done is waitress for the past 20 years, then you're going to only reap what you've sown. If you're sitting on a dream and you're not going after it, then you're not going to obtain that accomplishment, are you? Because what you put into it is what you get out of it, which is really what this is saying. Now, with the Four of Clubs, we do have you making plans, thinking something through, to lift you up maybe out of that time of disappointment, setback. we have some newness coming with the Ace of Hearts. It talks about working through the old issues, the instability, the fear, the weakening of the heart. And I don't mean weakening of the heart muscle. I mean weakening of the heart through sadness, through disappointment, through emotional hindrance on it. But you're going to connect with something that is far more appealing, far more satisfactory to you and what it is that you do. And in that process comes a win-win situation, something that's good for everyone. It means finding the best in the situation through the new direction, choosing a new path, and taking that new path to a completion, not stopping at the gateway and looking around and then turning back. It means walking through the gateway and starting down that road of something that maybe you've been desiring for a very long time. It may be a depth that you've experienced in your life for a very long time. This is a desire that has depth. This is about hard work paying off. It says you're ready now, maybe. After all of this kind of mundane, if you're a Virgo and have been caught up in the mundane, this is you reaching out above the mundane and hard work paying off. Rewards coming soon, and working through and perfecting your craft. It stabilizes your situation. It brings new, happy plans. And these are business plans that are getting ready to take off. It can talk about travel through business. It can talk about changes coming through stability. Changes that may actually come as a surprise to you. It can also talk about moving to a new home, a place that is better, more in tune with who you are, something that is more satisfactory to you, all the way down to your heart space, because so much of this is about your feelings and the depth of your feelings, Virgo.